Greetings and welcome to another exciting edition of Poet to Poet. I'm the host, Robert Dunn, and I host because I guess I've always hosted for the most part, and old habits are hard to break. And we're coming to you today from the Orange Bear in Tribeca on Murray Street, halfway between City Hall and the World Trade Center, if you like triangles. And it's a fun place to be and catch all the acts and whatnot. And we have two especially fascinating acts today. We have a noteworthy poet in Pete Smith over on this side, and we have of all things, a country and western singer, I believe, in the person of Dickie DeBeers over here, and we'll be getting to them because they're very entertaining and informative as well. Among other things, we have this marvelous magazine called Medicinal Purposes, which you can find all kinds of marvelous poetry and prose and line drawings and a crossword puzzle that nobody gets, but we kind of like it that way. It's a challenge for one and all. Anyway, let's get to the poetry, shall we? And we'll start with Pete Smith. Pete, welcome to Poet to Poet. Now, Pete is another one of those infamous New York City poets, and he's widely published. He's been in the Maverick Press, he's been in Longshot, he's been in Visions and Tikkun and Mudfish.
Well, Tikkun is a maybe.
Is it?
Elijah may come before Michael Lerner decides to publish the poem, but it has been accepted for publication.
Mm-hmm. Well, in case Elijah does come, we'll set up Elijah's cup for him here, and actually it's soda pop, so don't worry. It's
he likes Coke.
I wouldn't be at all surprised. Let's see, Mudfish.
Yeah.
Interesting. The Black Buzzard Review. Salonica.
Yes, Salonica. Yes.
Salonica is one of my favorites too. Medicinal Purposes. Well, of course. I mean, what else?
Also a favorite on this program, I should think.
I would hope so. Yes. And other things. You have a poem, Zum and Jesse, which is in Maverick Press, Terrapin, and that's nominated for the Pushcart Prize 21.
Well,
how do you get nominated for a Pushcart Prize?
It's up to the editors of the magazine. It's up to the editors of the magazine. They get in touch with, I think the guy's name is Bill Henderson. He's the publisher of the Pushcart Press, and they put the poem in for nomination. I don't think I won because I would have heard about it by now, but...
maybe it was a secret ballot. What about you, Dickie? You ever have a pushcart of your own?
Not of my own, no.
I had a great-grandfather who had one on Orchard Street, too. But
it's more that way, but okay. All right. Let's see. You have a chapbook as well, Telegram from Uncle Jake, which came collect, as I understand it. And you're now a paralegal. You used to be a bicycle messenger until somebody pointed out that it would be a shame if such a talented poet was hit by a truck.
That's the way I saw it,
Mom always liked you best, I suppose. So why don't we get right into a poem?
Please. Okay, this is called The Words. Got to make that money. Downtown platform at 77th, pulling change out of pockets with his hoarse falsetto and sweet tenor grain. He is swinging gently, he is singing in Hebrew, a work song, a psalm. When I was in school, my glee club teacher, Mrs. Nussbaum, taught us that one. I mess up some of the words. I tell him not to worry, half the time we get them wrong. I buy him water, he takes a drink, floats a new tune over the tracks. People get ready, there's a train a-comin'. Scuttling, she hears him, stops, ragged coat, an empty cup, sucker for a glass pipe, all the flesh in her face and thighs smoked and needled to a rumor. Here's the lyrics circling in her mind, a radio tune to a sweeter year. She mouths in time to him, she gets on the train to Jordan, she don't need no token, she comes to Jesus. The singer shuts his eyes, hunches to squeeze rhythm out. She remembers the words. Glue spittle shines on her blue cracking lips. Well, thank you, sir.
Well, we'll get to him later. But
still on, or I'll keep standing if I want to read.
Come back down here for a second, because basically it's a question of when did you ever sing on the subway?
I did not. That is a poem about a guy named Carlton who sings on the train, sings on the subway platforms. He's a wonderful singer. He's a sweet cat, and he's a buddy of mine. I look out for him when I see him.
Yeah, Dickie, you sing on the subway, don't you?
Occasionally, yeah.
On purpose?
Only when necessary.
Only when necessary. Well, that's...
I mean, I sing on the subway, but it's like to get a seat, to my.
I do that too. When I sing on the subway, it clears the car. And for me, that's wonderful, except then people think I haven't taken a bath in 3 weeks. Anyway, how about another poem, Pete?
By all means. This is called Yom HaShoah 5755. Yom HaShoah is the day that's been inserted into the Hebrew calendar to commemorate the Holocaust. The names of the dead rising and falling in the dark, dry caves of our mouths. Yellow candles, yellow stars, souls that have gone into mineral and water. The old man stands at the bottom of the stairs, saying to the women, "Excuse me, please, could you show me the place in the forest where they murdered the Jews, where my father was made to dig a pit?" The first one says, "No, we don't know anything. We never heard of it." The second says, "Yes, it's over here. Come." The Gentiles have marked the clearing with a lashed cross, 2 lengths of elm. The boy who limps and smokes and draws his finger across his lip stares at an old man who mutters and sobs from a high, narrow place in his throat in a broken language. Avner, Frankel, Königsberg, Weiss, from Budapest and Kiev, from Brussels and Lvov, Scheinman, Spiegler, Horowitz, Klein, first name unknown, last name unknown, strangled, gassed, beaten, shot, presumed to have perished, Oleva Shalom. My names are not here, no Marcus or Schmid. Tonight I walk in the street with my cap in my pocket and my kippah on my head where anyone can see it. Here where the angel of death does not leer and slobber and pick his teeth with the bones of Jews. Yet, mein Zayden Vater, mein Buben Moder, to have no brother, Schwester, who remained. I don't know what that country is. Coal mines, horse carts. I think it was always raining there. It was a place of many Yidden. The streets were black with Hasidim and red with Favrenta Midnagdim, arguing, questioning, wrestling with the name written in the apple trees. In this room where everyone's naked and pushing and clawing, I am Schmid, Pesach Ben Zalman of Vilna. I work in silver. I make fine things. Seder plates and Sabbath candlesticks. I am Shema Yisrael. I can't breathe and I can't see. And someone's hand is in my mouth and the last thing I hear is a tune.
Now, the holiday, or rather holy day, I
Yeah.
think, because it wouldn't be very festive. Yom
HaShoah.
Yom is
Day.
Hebrew for day, but
Shoah is
Shoah
the word that means Holocaust. Literally, it translates. My Hebrew isn't good enough. Literally,
I thought it was remembrance or something along
yeah,
those
I
lines.
think that's right.
Do most of these days of significance inspire poems in you?
Many of them do. It's going to be Yom Kippur this evening. I don't really have a thing on that. It causes you to reflect. It causes you to get the ideas stirring around.
Reflection being an integral part of the writing process.
One would hope so. Yeah.
Oh, I certainly would. How about another poem, Pete?
Certainly. Let's see. This is called The Door. He would get up in the night and go to the front door and try the lock. His slow, heavy foot in the kitchen, swollen and shrunk with summers and winters. It was raining and I got to work and somebody said, "Pete, phone," and that was all she wrote. I came home and said, "Valerie, my father died," and sat on the floor crying in the hollows of her shoulder and the soft tendrils of her red hair. I remember nothing about the train to the town that my mother lives in and the room that he died in, but dark leaves brushing the windows, mottled swans on a lake, black suits, beautiful diction, the mercantile tenderness of undertakers. A rabbi who hadn't known him. More goddamn rain. My funereal trousers creaked. Recollections seeped through the pine box, fell away within the shrouds of flesh. My mother's face, calm. My mother's face, made of cold sunlight, ran down the walls. With the carcass and suit that was left of him that no one had washed with Psalms 7. I have said no Kaddish for him, nor is it in accordance with halakha that he was burned and scattered. I am saying it now in the house of Israel among strangers. Can you hear me? I could be talking to stones or tiles in the wall, in the hickory's roots, in the branches and leaves, beyond all praise that mortals can utter. A man in a suit of yellow light walks down my hall and pushes the door.
As long as you're up there, do another poem.
Certainly. Let's see.
We're negotiating with ourselves here?
Yeah.
That's all right.
One always does.
All right.
This is called While We Were Waiting. While we were waiting for the train, she said, we're out of food. They come to the church and eat all the rice and the hot dogs and beans, so we give them bread. Friday, we ran out of bread. I told her my dream. A man at the top of the stairs slumped, his lower half in a crawling blanket, rags and muddy hair. And this man had one arm the same as you or me, and the other a row of limp fingers growing out of his chest. Of a woman who approached me in a diner on Union Square, who was tall as I was and weighed less than my legs. I know you, sir. You work in the welfare office. No. Yeah, but you're Jewish, right? Aren't you a lawyer? Can't you do something? And of a man who sat against the black marble wall of a bank on a dreamless street. How he had one leg roughly hacked off below the knee, the skin barely grown over the ragged bone, and nothing so easy as a crutch. The ticket holder's line shuffled to the screen, the dinner crowd tightened its mouths around its meat. How he sat, indicating his stump with both hands, and said, "Aye! Aye! 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 Aye!" In the language of those from whom speech has been torn. In the name of the one in whose image I am made, look. How can you not see this? What do I have to do?
And very quickly, do you have any quick advice for the aspiring poets in the world here?
Buy some pens and paper, sit down, and get to work. That's that's the only part you have any control over.
All right. Well, Pete Smith, I want to thank you for coming on Poet to Poet.
Thank you, Robert.
We'll be back in a moment with Dickie De Beers, so don't go away.